If all of life's a stage, then we must play our part. Lift your head up from the page and give a message from the heart. It's only in the light you see that you can become who you're meant to be. So step into the light and welcome home. I see joy upon your face, it makes our future bright. When each has found their place, then together we take flight. It's only in the light you see that you can become who you're meant to be. So step into the light and welcome home. Let's sing a song of peace, let's sing a song of joy. Every woman, every man, every girl and every boy. If all of life's a stage, then we must play our part. Lift your head up from the page and give a message from the heart. It's only in the light you see that you can become who you're meant to be. So step into the light and welcome home. Sing a song of peace, let's sing a song of joy. Every woman, every man, every girl and every boy. I see joy upon your face, it makes our future bright. When each has found their place, then together we take flight. It's only in the light you see that you can become who you're meant to be. So step into the light and welcome home. It's only in the light you see that you can become who you're meant to be. So step into the light and welcome home. Step into the light and welcome home.
Gonna climb this mountain, I won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time, no doubt about it. I won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time, no doubt about it. I won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I've found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, I won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time, no doubt about it. I won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I've found. The sky is calling. climb this mountain, I won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, I won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I've found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I've found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, I won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, I won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. One step at a time, 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 one step at a time. Yeah. One step at a time. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, your transformation station. We are coming to you from the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania. So glad to have you with us. Glad you came on board this train today so we can change the train of our thought, perhaps, and move in the direction of our dreams. So wherever you may be in the world, and wherever you may have come from, and whatever your faith tradition or your spiritual evolutionary process may be, you are so welcome here with us. Thank you for joining us today. We are all about utilizing the beautiful spiritual tools of science of mind, religious science, as we are part of the Centers for Spiritual Living, to make a creative difference in our lives and to make the world a better place. We are a beloved community. Even though we're not meeting in person too much right now, we will be again. And we're still connected, heart to heart, mind to mind, wherever we may be. And this is a beloved community. We walk along together. We move through our challenges. We celebrate our successes. And we're glad you're with us today. We love you already. We are very much about a great mission, and that is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. You see, every being, every person, every sentient being is made out of this one divine life. And there is a depth within us beyond our humanity. And the humanity is wonderful, but there is a divinity within us as well. And we are in the process of awakening ourselves to that spiritual truth within and helping others to remember, because it is a remembering, to remembering who we are. So we do, as I said, have these beautiful spiritual tools, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, meditation. We love utilizing all the wonderful tools that Ernest Holmes taught us so beautifully about as he was drawing from faith traditions, from philosophies, from science, to find a very practical spiritual path for us to follow if it felt right to us. And it has felt right to me all of my life. And so as we work together, we are co-creating something wonderful. What are we co-creating? A world that works for all. A world that works for every person and every sentient being. Imagine that. Well, it sounds like a big job. Well, it is. That's why it takes big faith and determination and passion and compassion and enthusiasm to create this together. Come along with us on this journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us today. Let's have an opening song now, and this is called Step Out of the Car.
Kids were young, she put her life on hold. Now that grown, she's feeling bold. Finally time to earn that degree. But in that college parking lot, second guessing, thinking, better not. School's harder than you think, just wait and see. She thinks I'll head on back home to the only world I've known. But a voice says, not so fast. You don't wanna go there, fear won't last. It gets you nowhere, you can run, but you won't get very far. Just slow down, take another listen, turn around, see what you'll be missing. No matter where you go, there you are. Stop right there, step out of the car. Dad wants him to come back home, work the biz the family owns as third generation CEO. But he's got a different dream, traveling the world to sights unseen, turning over every single stone. He's ready to resign himself to a life of something else. But a voice says, not so fast. You don't wanna go there, fear won't last. It gets you nowhere, you can run, but you won't get very far. Just slow down, take another listen, turn around, see what you'll be missing. No matter where you go, there you are. Stop right there, step out of the car. Have you ever turned around, back to familiar ground? Time to step out of your past, into your dreams at last. Not so fast, you don't wanna go there, fear won't last. It gets you nowhere, you can run, but you won't get very far. Just slow down, take another listen, turn around, see what you'll be missing. No matter where you go, there you are. Stop right there, step out of the car. Stop right there, step out of the car.
That was fun. Hi, kids. It's time for us to have a little chat. Gather around, please. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the song I'm about to share with you. It goes back a long ways. So unless your mom or dad or grandparents might have shared it with you, you might not know it. But today is about really stepping into life and enjoying it. Well, now, I don't know of anybody who does that better than you kids. We can learn from you. And yet, we always have choices. Do I live a small life? Do I live a larger life? And so this is the song that Bing Crosby, about whom you probably never heard, he made this song rather famous. It goes like this. Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? A mule is an animal with long funny ears, kicks up at anything he hears. His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak. And by the way, if you hate to go to school, you may grow up to be a mule. Or would you rather swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a pig? A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace. He has no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy and extremely rude. But if you don't care a feather or a fig, you may grow up to be a pig. Or would you sing it with me? Or would you rather swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, could be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a fish? A fish won't do anything but swim in a brook. He can't write his name or read a book. To fool the people is his only thought. And though he's slippery, he still gets caught. But then, if that's the sort of life is what you wish, you may grow up to be a fish, a new kind of jumped up slippery fish. And all the monkeys aren't in the zoo. Every day you meet quite a few. So you see, it's all up to you. You can be better than you are. You could be swinging on a star. There. That's your song for the day. Go have a wonderful time swinging on stars, anything you want to do, because God's life alive in you is already having a wonderful time. Love you a bunch. See you next week. Bye. All right. You never know what she's going to do you? How about now we get centered, have a meditation. Come along with me. Let's breathe in that sacred life of spirit and breathe out any sense of anxiety or separation. Let's be still in the heart of the One, allowing the beautiful circulation of life to move through our bodies, through our emotions, through our mentality, bringing calm, bringing sweet energy, allowing us to rest in spirit. And from this sacred space, shall we begin to contemplate the immensity of life in all of its stages, beginning with the mineral, that which has been called the unconscious. And yet, there is an intelligence in the rock. There is an intelligence within apparently inanimate objects. So let's celebrate that intelligent activity in the mineral kingdom now. And then move in our consciousness to that sense of simple consciousness, where the animal life expresses a higher degree of intelligence. It allows spirit to move through it in beautiful little animal forms, awake, aware, and following that inner knowing, the inner knowing that brings the birds to their new destination with this infinite intelligence within them, that allows each of the animals to perform its wonderful expression of life in its own beautiful way. The instinct, it's a beautiful thing. Now, let's focus on the self-consciousness, where humans not only have this aliveness and this wonderful spirit, but also are able to make choices. And that which is instinctual in the animal is intuitive within the human. And so we celebrate that life, that level of expanding, evolving consciousness, and ultimately the cosmic consciousness, where there is all-knowing presence, the presence of the divine in all, expressing through all, aware of its infinite wisdom and divine love, manifesting through all creation. Just see and feel and know the cosmic consciousness that is manifesting in and through each of us now, and in the world itself. Underlying everything is a divine harmony, a brilliant wisdom, a passionate and compassionate expression of life. Let's rest in the awareness that each of us is an expression of this life. Let's go within our own hearts for a moment and simply be in this presence. And let's invite this new life to rise up from within us now, guiding us throughout the day, nurturing us through every experience, and reminding us who we are in every precious instant. All is well. All is well, and all manner of things are well. How grateful we are. How grateful.
There is never any doubt in my mind that I am here for something bigger than my life. I'm not always sure what I will find, but I know where to look right here inside. As I let go and let God take my hand, I let go and let God design my sacred plan. I let go and let God tend to my what and where. I let go and let God lead me there. In my inner stillness I receive let God tend to my what and where. I let go and let God lead me there. And my garden will forever grow, blooming from the seeds that I will sow. Desires planted in my heart, blossoming through me into living art. As I let go and let God take my hand, I let go and let God design my sacred plan. I let go and let God tend to my what and where. I let go and let God lead me there. I let go and let God. I let go and let God.
Yes, thank you, Deb. Perfect. And now I would like to introduce to you one of our practitioners who lives in Florida but is very, very much part of our community. He's going to give us an opening treatment, and his name is Bo Smith.
Good morning. My name is Bo Smith, and I'm a licensed religious science practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It is my honor to offer the opening treatment for this morning's service. Before I do so, I'd like to provide an opening quote. It comes from the Essential Ernest Holmes. On page 145, Ernest writes, "We should be careful to distinguish daydreaming and wishful thinking from really dynamic and creative treatment. When we treat, we do not wish, we know. We do not dream, we state. We do not pray, we announce. We do not expect something is going to happen, we believe that it has already happened. What is it that must be felt in spiritual practice? The feeling which is beyond words, statements, and phrases. It is the essence of life, the spirit of the thing from which the mind automatically draws an intellectual conclusion. This feeling results in words which are an activity of the feeling, the enforcement of the principle back of it. In this way, the word becomes spirit and life." As I state this morning's treatment, I will do so in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you would like. So just taking a moment to breathe deeply, inhaling fully and exhaling completely. As we go within, let us recognize the truth of our life. And that truth is that our life is the life of Spirit, the life of God, flowing through us as us. This one life that flows through me flows through everyone and everything in this created universe. I am one with all of life. As I know this to be the truth of myself, I open up to that inner wisdom that life provides me in every moment. Sometimes that wisdom comes to me from the outer world. For instance, in today's message, in the music being provided in today's service. It also comes from within me as well, as I open up to that divine life, as I step into that life within me, that life flow that flows through me easily. As I allow that wisdom to pour through me, I listen at an ever deeper level. I open myself up in this moment to that deep, beautiful life flowing through me now. Deep, deep gratitude also flows through me in this moment as I declare this to be my truth. I am life. I am the unconditional life of God, of Spirit flowing through me as me in this very moment. As as I think about and contemplate this awesome reality within, I open myself up to the infinite possibilities that this truth provides. This wisdom illuminates me now. In deep gratitude for this opportunity to be an expression, an evolution of this truth in effect, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing a perfect demonstration is at hand and is unfolding now through me into life in this very moment. And so it is.
Thank you, Bo. By the way, Bo and I are going to be teaching our Essential Ernest Holmes class starting on Tuesday, the 13th of September. Sign up. It'll be wonderful. We're going to have a good time. Let's say our affirmation together now, shall we? I am alive in the life of God, moving peacefully and powerfully into the divine dance of spirit. We have a whole new month, brand new month, September. We still have the Centers for Spiritual Living theme for the year, which is Living Everyday Wonder. Isn't that great? And our new theme here at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living for September is Live, Love, Learn, Repeat. And today is all about the first part, life. And it's called Step Into Life. Ernest Holmes says, the will of God is always toward that which expresses life and happiness. It is always seeking self-expression through us and will never deny us anything. Well, many of you know that the purpose statement of our beloved community is living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so this month, we're focusing on one of those powerful words and ideas each week. And today is about living, not simply existing, but really living. We are meant to live fully, manifesting Spirit's aliveness through us. And you know Jesus came to say, I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Well, you see, we must never settle for a half life, for feeling half alive. For Spirit is limitless. Spirit is life itself. And this aliveness, this essence of joy and well-being and delight in living is our natural birthright. It's time we reclaimed it. Oh, we knew all about it when we came into this world. You look at a baby, it knows how to let life express through us. And then we get a little bit too serious sometimes and we begin to believe things that aren't true about constriction or limitation. Well, we all go through this process of evolution, don't we? Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Do you remember when you were in junior high? Do you remember when they had dances? The boys were all over here, the girls were all over here, and there were a lot of wallflowers in the room, weren't there? You see, we weren't yet mature enough to appreciate the joy of the dance for the most part. Some exceptions, good. But you know, this wonderful, wonderful saying, it's been ascribed to so many people, and apparently the way it finally has come out is like a combination of different people who have uttered it, and it also has to do with a song called Come From the Heart, and I love it. It goes like this. Dance like nobody's watching. Love like you've never been hurt. Sing like nobody's listening. Live like it's heaven on earth. That could be our theme song, couldn't it? That could be individually and collectively our motto. And thank goodness, we have come a long way since junior high. You see, it's when we embrace our real purpose that we awaken to possibilities we may never have imagined prior to that. It's when we come fully alive by having a reason to wake up every morning. You know, like Charles Fillmore, who was the founder, along with his wife Myrtle Fillmore, of the Unity movement. At 94, he would say, "I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that can only be done by me." Can you imagine saying that every morning as you spring out of bed with a mighty faith to do the things that can only be done by you? You see, there aren't two of you, there's one of you. You are unique, and yet you are part of the one life, a very important part of it. And this life is streaming in and through each one of us, desiring to express in so many beautiful ways. We have a purpose each day. We may have a life purpose. We may have several life purposes. And it's when we embrace this purpose that we finally realize what is possible for us. You see, as we expand our circle of care and concern, it just opens us up to a greater flow of life. It is creativity, it is joy, it is pure aliveness. And our aliveness increases when we are aligned with the qualities of spirit, very consciously aligned with the qualities of spirit. You know what they are: life, love, light, peace, power, beauty, and joy. These are what Judge Thomas Troward, who was a great influence on Dr. Ernest Holmes, it's what he referred to as the 7 substantive qualities of spirit. And Ernest Holmes calls life the animating principle of being. I love that. The animating principle of being. There is something alive and moving within us all. And sometimes we try and stuff it down and tell it to go back to sleep, but that's crazy because it wants to express through us. Life wants to manifest uniquely and powerfully, lovingly and wisely and intelligently and successfully by means of each of us. The meditation we did earlier was about those levels of consciousness where we become aware: the mineral kingdom, the visible, the animal, the human, and the cosmic consciousness ultimately. Paramahansa Yogananda said, "God sleeps in the minerals, dreams in the flowers, awakens in the animals, and in man knows that he is awake." It's so beautiful. So let's look at these stages of life's expression as we're ready and willing and capable of stepping into a greater life. Let's look at the mineral. Like, are you bauxite or are you gold? and in the animal or the flowers, in the life of the flora, are you a pansy or a tiger lily? And then let's move into the animal kingdom. Are you a kitten or a tiger? And then, are you experiencing yourself as human or superhuman? Superhuman. That's something we can step into already. I recently saw a magnificent video of handy-capable people. Isn't that a wonderful phrase? Not handicapped, but handy-capable. Of people who in some cases were born without limbs, some lost them, some had all kinds of challenges, physical challenges, and yet became super athletes, became parents, drove cars, one even flew an airplane. The most wonderful drummer that I had heard in a long time was drumming completely with his feet because he didn't have arms. These are superhumans. Now, you and I, most of us right here, together in this live stream, have all of our limbs. And we can be superhumans by entering more deeply into the cosmic consciousness and realizing that it is true that we are spiritual beings having this wonderful human experience. And the more we awaken to who and whose we truly are, the more we can step into a greater and a greater life experience. See, everything is available to us right where we are right now, and it's waiting for us to step boldly into it. We can do this when we're dealing with difficult situations. We can do this, we can step into a grander circle of life even when there is no encouragement from anyone else for us to do so. We can't wait for someone to tell us it's okay to cross the street. Just make sure that the light is green and that the cars have stopped. But you don't need someone to tell you can cross the street now. You don't need someone to tell you can enter into a greater life experience now. Let's not wait for that. As soon as we stop bowing to the gods of limitation and engage with courage, core of the heart, courage, we move up the scale of living to the divine dance. Don't you want to do a divine dance? We are free to do the dance of life once we finally recognize that we're not doing it alone, that we are empowered by the power of God. We are enlivened by the life of spirit. We are moved forward with the mighty current of life itself. You see, you and I, we're here very much on purpose. You didn't just land on earth. It's like, oops, how'd I get here? We're here very much on purpose. And it might be well for us to ask ourselves, what is my best intention for today? Let's just take one day at a time. What is my best intention for today? In asking this question, I feel we are aligning ourselves with a greater presence and power that is ready to flow through us, to make a difference in our lives, to help us to feel this life force, and to help us to share it with each other. That's why we're here. You might ask yourself, what innate gifts and talents have I been given? And how may I apply them today? Perhaps in the past, I thought I was to use them for a particular purpose, and that ship sailed. But I still have this desire to express my talents and my gifts. How about inviting infinite wisdom to show us the way that they can still be given? It might look differently than what we expected when we were in our 20s. Some of you are probably still in your 20s. I'm not, and I'm so glad. How would you like to use these gifts today? How would you like to feel more energetic and more alive? How would you like to add life to someone else's life? How would you like to experience life's sweet, easy, powerful, successful flow through you in whatever you're choosing to do this day? How would you like to make a real difference in your circle of influence? You know, we're all in a circle of influence, more than we realize sometimes. And it may not just be the people that are in our household or in our offices or in our neighborhood. It often goes far beyond that. You know, this beautiful spiritual tool that we use for all human conditions that Dr. Ernest Holmes taught us, spiritual mind treatment, is a very powerful process. And it reaches out and it touches people beyond anybody that we may think we know right now. So we're making a creative difference in the lives of other people and in the world itself by speaking our word of truth. Emma Curtis Hopkins called this truth on the tongue. Let's keep truth on our tongue. Let's not gossip. Let's not criticize. Let's not condemn. Let's not judge. Let's keep truth on our tongue. And this is how we enter more into the cosmic consciousness, where we can step into a grander expression of life. We can dance with spirit. It's a wonderful feeling to dance with spirit. Even in the smallest things, walking down the street, going to the grocery store, driving to work, you can dance with spirit any moment of any day. And we can feel ourselves living the life that God intended us to live. Fully, completely, lovingly, intelligently, wisely, compassionately, respectfully, successfully. Truth on the tongue. Let's make sure that we're focusing our attention and keeping our intention on a greater goal for today than we may have had yesterday. We continue evolving sequentially, step by step. Let's step into a greater experience of life today than we had yesterday, no matter how wonderful it was. We're going to step into newness. We're doing this together, you know. None of us are alone. First of all, we are imbued with the presence of Spirit. We are created out of the very life of God. It's the only life there is to have or to be. And it's beautiful. And it's your life. And it's my life. And it's a wonderful recognition to remember that there is one life. And it's God's life. Your life. My life. Let's live it uniquely. Let's live it out loud. Let's step into a greater circle of divine activity. Will you say this with me? I am alive in the life of Spirit. I thrill to this presence moving mightily through me. I step boldly into life. I dance courageously and joyously today. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. How wonderful to celebrate this life with you, and how marvelous to celebrate prosperity with you. We thank you so much for your contributions. You are making a difference, keeping the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living alive as we continue to move through the live streaming, find ways to meet together, and ultimately more often. And so I love the prosperity celebration. I love the opportunity to share my good that's been given to me so freely by the Spirit of aliveness itself to my beloved community, because this is the closest channel for the source of my good, and I'm thankful for it. So will you, however you choose to give, and thank you for that, will you join with me now in our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
I am a humble man from a village in India. I walk in the footsteps of those who've gone before. And this road I travel on will lift me up and make me strong. So when people ask me what this journey's for, if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I know no countries, I know no governments, I just know the people I've had the joy to meet. And the only flag I know is this banner that I'll show when you see me walking down the street. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I get my inspiration from the words of the children. I'm trying to teach myself what they already know. If I can show my fellow man what a child can understand, then the seeds that I have sown will surely grow. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain.
Welcome to the GPCSL Morning News. My name is Jeff Maxine, and I serve as the Secretary of the Board of Trustees and Executive Director and Producer of Studio 1A. Welcome, everyone. Yes, we are live streaming right from Inspiration Cafe, though I am on location in King of Prussia with one of our newest members of the center. This is Coco Zalcino. Say hi, Coco.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for the kisses, Coco. She is a new member of the congregation, and she actually just signed up for some new classes, but you'll hear more about that later. We would like to thank Dr. Maxine for a wonderful talk. I am stepping right into life, so I'm so excited. So thank you. Now, looking ahead, we've got lots of great opportunities to connect coming up. So mark your calendars. Mark your calendars, Coco. We will have another opportunity to gather at Wilson Farm Park in Chesterbrook on Sunday, September 18th at 10:30 a.m. for our affirmative prayer in the open air Sunday celebration, followed by a fun social hour with coffee and snacks. You might see Coco there. We will be at the same outdoor pavilion that we had in July. Just go to our calendar of events for September 18th if you feel like to let us know you are coming, and feel free to bring a snack to share. All are welcome. Next, please join us for the Essential Earnest Homes. This is the class that Coco is going to be taking. It's a 10-week CSL certified class in foundations level coursework. The instructors are Dr. Maxine Kaye and Bo Smith. He is a registered practitioner. Beginning on Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, from 6:30 to 9 p.m., it's a loving tribute to Dr. Ernest Holmes and the wisdom he brought to the world. We will take a deep dive into the Declaration of Principles, bringing them to life in our own lives, but we will learn more about ourselves in relation to the indwelling spirit and the creative process at work within us. Illuminating reading, lively discussions, and inspired writing and meditative processes all promise to make this powerful teaching come alive within us. To sign up, just go to the events calendar on our website, www.cslphilly.org, or click on the September 13th page. Next, our CSL home is hosting a new documentary which celebrates the power of gratitude to ignite well-being and connection. At a time when each day brings more grim news, we humans urgently need to cultivate our individual strength and health. And we need to reconnect with and heal each other and the natural world. Gratitude can help. To learn more about this event, go to our events calendar and click on September 21st for all the details and to purchase your online tickets. They are $12. As usual, Reverend Mike's Science of Mind textbook group continues each Saturday from 9:45 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to jump in, just go to our events calendar and click on the Saturday you'd like to join and register using the link. Reverend Mike will send you an email for the instructions to join. Finally, mark your calendars for another in-person Sunday celebration on October 2nd. And following that, we will be holding our annual business meeting. And where, you might be asking, this is going to be held? Suzanne Smethers will be hosting us at her office building in Eagle, PA. Just go to, again, our events calendar and click on October 2nd for all the details. And if you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like, to subscribe, and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices when our Sunday celebrations and daily love notes are uploaded. And as always, we will continue to live stream our Sunday celebrations every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. Well, that's it for today's announcements. How was that, Coco? Oh, it's a big yawn. Well, as I always say, treat and move your feet. Do 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 do. Okay. Cut the tape.
Thank you, Jeff. Always a delight. Now it is the first Sunday of the month, and so anyone who was born in September, we're going to sing to you. Would you like, wherever you are, would you like to stand up? We're going to sing happy birthday to you.
Hit it, Maestro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you.
And many, 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 many more. Well, this Labor Day weekend is a wonderful opportunity for us to gather with people, to celebrate each other, and to give thanks for all of the work in so many different arenas that people do to make our lives better. So let's give thanks to those postal workers and the grocery people and the truck drivers and the farmers and the teachers and the nurses and the doctors and everyone who makes our lives better. We're so grateful. So enjoy your wonderful Labor Day weekend. We're now going to have a closing song by our beloved Karen Drucker, One Small Step.
I'm taking one small step instead of looking at the mountain. I'm taking one small step. It gets me closer to my goal. I'm taking one small step instead of looking, just sitting there looking at the mountain, yeah. Then it won't seem like I've got so far to go. I'm taking one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Taking one small step gets me closer to my goal. I'm taking one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Then it won't seem like I've got so far to go. Far to go. Now I got dreams filled with passion, yes, and I've got fears that seem to pop up in my way, but I've got power that's deep inside my soul. When I look too far and lose my way, always lets me know that I gotta take one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Taking one small step gets me closer to my goal. I'm taking one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Then it won't seem like I've got so far to go. Far to go. Now I got off the track and I couldn't find my way back. When I looked inside, the truth there could not be denied. I was making it harder than it had to be, just pushing and fighting till I found the key. And know that I gotta take one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Taking one small step gets me closer to my goal. I'm taking one small step instead of looking at the mountain. Then it won't seem like I've got so far to go. Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. Oh, thanks again for being with us today. Join us again next Sunday. We love divinely connecting with you all. So as we go forth, it is with a sense of greater aliveness and courage and a willingness to step into life with joy and knowing that success is assured, for Spirit is alive within us all. And so it is.